Ronnie, are you there?
Yes, I am.
All right, fantastic. Good afternoon and welcome to SAFM Sports Special.
Well,
Ronnie is the chairman of the South African Tennis Veterans Association, and the ITF Seniors Tournament was played down in Durban this weekend. Ronnie, how did it go?
yes, well, it went off very well, thanks, Nick, and thanks for phoning. The weather didn't start off too well on the Wednesday, and a lot of players had difficulty getting down to Durban, but ever since then it's been nothing but sunny skies and warm sunshine, so it went off very well.
Now, the tournament had around about 130 players involved, and you had age groups ranging from under 35s to under 70s.
Well, it's actually 35 plus to 70 plus. The way the international seniors, it's now, we've changed the name from veterans to seniors in line with the international terminology. So it's seniors tournament, and it's organized in 5-year age groups. So to be a senior, you have to be 35 or turn 35 in the year. And from then, each 5-year age category. So we have 35s, 40, 45s, all the way up to 70s. We have got 1 or 2 plus 80 players in South Africa, but they weren't at this tournament. And then just to give an indication of the size, we've got men and women. So we've in the singles, doubles, and mixed. So we've probably got over 30 events being played, and it was played at Westridge Park over the last few days.
Be honest with me, how strong is South African senior tennis?
Seniors tennis in South Africa is quite strong, and I think it's very well supported. That's number one. In fact, I think it's one of the cornerstones of tennis in South Africa at the moment. Very active. We've got 5 ITF-sanctioned tournaments in the country. The one is in Durban. We have one in Pretoria. We've got one in George. We've got one in Cape Town. And then our nationals event is also a ITF-sanctioned event.
Approximately how many seniors do we have on the international circuit, though?
Not many in the international circuit, but the key event internationally is the World Team and the World Individual Championships. And there we field teams in every age group, and that's three or four players in each team. And that's twice. There's 2 events every year. The 35 to 55 age group, which this year was played in San Diego in February, and then we've got the Super Seniors event, which is being played in Croatia in the first 2 weeks in September. So we're looking forward to that coming up. And I think if you ask about strength, you've got to look at age groups. For example, in the women's 40 and 45s in San Diego, they came 2nd and 3rd in their different age groups. And generally, we tend to come probably halfway, and there's probably 20 teams in each age group from the different countries. And if we finish top half, we consider that quite good. Top quartile, very good, and very often we tend to form around there. But we do need to strengthen that, and we're hoping to put a few initiatives in place to do that. But I think one of the disadvantages, of course, that most of these tournaments are played on clay, and that's not our best surface.
Yeah, historically, South Africans have always struggled on clay.
When you become a senior, I think your game changes quite a bit, and maybe it helps us a little bit because the ball doesn't come as fast. But the clay courts, I think now that we've entered these events for a number of years, I think we are becoming quite proficient on the clay, certainly more than we have in the past. And there have been 1 or 2 very good players. We have Petra Kruger, who's been overseas, and she won, I think, one of the World Championship events recently as a practice to get to Croatia. So we've got a number of players that do pretty well. We haven't had too many winning World Championship events, but we are there or thereabouts in a couple of age groups.
Oh, good to know. How can someone get involved with seniors tennis in South Africa? Because like many, unlike many other sports, tennis doesn't finish once you get to a certain age. You can carry on playing and still be quite competitive.
Well, the wonderful thing about tennis is you can play from 8 to 80, and we've got a number of 80-year-old players. I think, Nick, the best way to do that would probably for a player to contact the club nearest to them, because the infrastructure of tennis, its foundation is really through the clubs, and we're trying to strengthen the clubs. So the club chairman or the club committee would probably know. Otherwise, they just need to contact TSA or go onto the TSA website, SA Tennis, and you call it up and go onto there and get a couple of telephone numbers and you then register. But the ideal thing would be to do it through your local club.
All right, well, we'll leave it at that. Ronnie Van't Hof, we look forward to the next ITF Seniors Tournament to be held in South Africa. It was held this weekend down in Durban to great success. Over 130 players coming out and taking part in the event that saw age groups from over 30s to over 70s. Ronnie, thank you so much for joining us on SAFM Sports Special.
Nicola, thank you.